Hey there, friends, and greetings. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alicia, and I share family-friendly recipes, freezer-friendly treats for your kids' lunchboxes, and so much more. So definitely be sure to subscribe before you click away. I would really appreciate your support. Now let's get right into this lunchbox video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. For our first lunchbox meal, I'm going with one of my kids' favorite lunches to have in their school lunchbox, and that is a turkey roll-up with cheese. This is just something so easy, you guys. You can use either wraps or tortillas. I just use tortillas because that's what I always buy and have on hand, but you can always use wraps. Also, while we're getting into this video and you see me putting some things in here, there have been some changes with these videos. So I used to make lunchbox videos for my two older boys. Now my oldest is in 7th grade. He's officially in junior high. He's getting the hot lunches at school, and that makes me so sad. It's like he's graduated from these types of videos now and is getting their school lunches. And he told me, though, maybe once in a while he will have me make him a school lunch. And so I'm going to remind him of that. I have not made him one yet since the school year started. I now have my daughter, who was in preschool, is now in TK. So she is now at the same school with her brothers, and now you will be seeing her lunches being made on videos whenever I do these types of videos. But you will notice that she does not eat as much. So I pack way less for her. She is 5 years old now. And what I have learned since making this video is that they really do not get a lot of time. So when she was in preschool, I think they were given, as much time as they needed to finish their lunch. And I've noticed whenever she started bringing her lunches home from TK that a lot of her lunch was still left in the box. And I asked her, what's going on? And she told me that she doesn't have time to finish it, which makes me really sad because I know that they're on a structured also, but I wish that they would give them more time to eat their meal and relax a little bit, but I understand that it can't always be like that. So, also, I need to point this out too. You guys have mentioned in previous videos to start recording their lunches whenever they bring them home. So I did do that for, I think, 2 or 3 of them that you'll see today. I keep forgetting to do that just because it's been kind of hectic and busy right after school. But I did record a few of their lunches when they brought them home, and you will see that she did leave some of her food. And of course, the other lunch that you see here is for my now 4th grader who refuses to do hot lunch at school. Now that we have some housekeeping items out of the way, I didn't really explain the first lunchbox meal. I'm sorry, but I do feel like it's pretty straightforward for you guys, especially if you have seen previous videos of mine. That is just one of our go-tos, pretty standard lunchbox meal for my kids. Now this one, we are including some different things here. We are including some pub pretzels. If you guys are familiar with Aldi, they are the best seasoned pretzels. They're kind of like ranch, green oniony type pretzels, super good. Adding in some baby carrots along with some sliced pineapple, and then these birthday cake pretzels. I prefer to make my own kids lunchbox treats, and I do have a video I will link right up here if you are interested in homemade treats. I love making homemade lunchbox treats versus buying store-bought because I know exactly what's in them. They're customizable to what my kids really enjoy, and plus they save a lot of money too because you can make them in batches and then freeze them and then just take them out of the freezer whenever you're making their lunch because they defrost in no time because they're kind of mini. I make them small for a reason so that they do defrost in time, and plus they don't have any time to eat it. So I make them smaller, which is really nice. So definitely check out that video, and I will also link any recipes that I use in these lunchboxes in the description box below. So as you can see here, I did prep some thermoses. Generally, I don't do this in the summertime because it's just so hot outside. Now, I live in Central Valley of California where it gets extremely hot here, but they were asking for some chicken nuggets. So to do that, you prep these little thermoses, and I will link all the lunchbox supplies that I use as well in the description box. But these little thermoses are awesome. You fill them up with some boiling water, and then you put the lid on it, allow it to sit for several minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes while you make the rest of their lunch, and then you fill it up with whatever it is that you want them to have that's hot. Now, I am including a little paper towel on the bottom bottom just to pick up any condensation that might be forming from the warm chicken nuggets that are going in there. And I do tend to see that that does really help. Also any like grease or anything. Now they really love ketchup on the side of their chicken nuggets, which is kind of gross to me, but that's what they like. So I'm using these little containers, sauce containers. They don't make these anymore, I don't think, but I will link similar ones that I also have here at home that I will use occasionally. But this is just easier for my TKer to open. Now, obviously my 4th grader has no problem opening anything, but again, another straightforward, really easy lunch. Also, I should mention too, whenever you fill up your thermoses with water, save that water. Like, don't let it go to waste. Use it for your animals' water or plant water. Just let it cool down beforehand. And then also with those thermoses, make sure that you wipe them out really, really well so that there's no water left in it, including the lid too, like the little crevices and stuff in the lid. All right, and then they get home from school, opening up my daughter's. I can already see that there was some leakage going on through the outside, which is not a problem. I can just wash that, no problem at all. It looks like she left behind a little bit of pineapple and a couple of baby carrots, and I know she, for a fact, before even seeing this, she ate all of her chicken nuggets. She's obsessed with them. If she could have chicken nuggets every day for the rest of the school year, she absolutely would, but that's not going to happen. You need some variety. And now going into my 4th grader's lunchbox, where I know there's going to be absolutely not one crumb left because he's obsessed with food. Now, if you are new here, I do have several other lunchbox videos that I can link down below, but I have mentioned before, so if you've heard this before, I'm so sorry for the repeated information. But if you are new, I always recommend buying your lunchbox supplies ahead of time and then trying it out over the summer before your kids actually go to school. Have them practice learning how to open up their thermoses, the lunch boxes, any little sauce containers that you throw in there so that when they go on their first day of school, they're not struggling, although I'm sure teachers and aides are there to help them. It's just nice knowing that they know what they are doing when they're sitting down to lunch. Moving on to our 3rd lunchbox idea, I did bring out the thermoses again, so I am warming those up. I also have some edamame, which I realized I should have removed the beans and shelled them beforehand just to save them time. I know this now. And I'm throwing in some grapes and some raspberries and these awesome chips. My kids love these Hawaiian chips I get from Costco. And then these are 2 different or lunchbox treats that I make. One is a mini blueberry muffin, and then the other one is, of course, the fudge brownie. My daughter is not a massive fan of chocolate, which is very wild to me since everybody else in the family really does enjoy chocolate. So she prefers getting like the blueberry muffins or like funfetti muffins, whatever else that's not chocolate in her lunch. And then my son, he's obsessed with anything chocolate. So he got that for his lunchbox treat. And for the thermoses, I am including some burritos. So several months ago, I had purchased some frozen burritos from Costco. I don't really do that very often. I'm not really a big fan of them. My husband used to love them, apparently when he was younger. So he actually chose those for our family, like over the summer, like as quick snack ideas or lunches or whatnot. So I thought this would be a good one. Of course, the burritos did not fit, so I did have to cut them in half to make them fit inside the thermos, but it worked out well. I recently got a question on one of my last lunchbox videos, which is, it's been quite a while since I've done one, asking if I still use the lunchbox supplies that I've always shown in my videos. And yes, I still use them. In fact, I went back right now just to see when I started using these supplies. I started purchasing these back in January of 2016, nearly 10 years. And honestly, I continue to use them because one, they work, but two, I'm also lazy and I don't want to put in the work and try to find something that might be better. Unless there is something better, you guys need to let me know in the comments and let me know if there's something else that would work way better for me. Maybe I'll give something a try next time. I'm still going to be making lunches for my 2 younger kids, so let me know. And guys, I did forget to film the aftermath of their lunches. I'm pretty sure everything was eaten except for maybe my daughter. I don't believe she finished her burrito because she's not a huge fan of them either, but she did take several bites of it, so that's totally fine. And then we're moving on to our very last lunchbox idea. And also, real quick too, to interrupt, if you have any great lunches, please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate some more lunchbox ideas for my kids too. I know you guys are here to get ideas, but also I would like some ideas too. All right, so moving into this lunch, I always include 5 different things. So I always include a vegetable, a fruit, a lunchbox treat, something crunchy like chips, and then a main. So we are getting some broccoli and carrots in here. And then these Takis. These are the best Takis. If you guys are a fan of Takis, these are way better. These are from Trader Joe's. But somebody opened them upside down, and I have OCD about things like that. I hate when things are opened upside down. However, I did notice that you have to eat the worst chips first, and then when you get to the bottom of the bag, the best ones are saved for last. So I'm like, oh my gosh, whoever opened this, they are onto something. So give it a try next time. I am clearly way too excited about that little tip. Also, my son got Takis. My daughter does not like them very much. She thinks they're too spicy, so I gave her the Hawaiian chips. And then my son asked for an additional brownie because one of his BFFs, who we are we know really closely, he really loved the brownie, I guess. My son shared, and I did tell him you cannot be sharing really with kids at school. But we know who this kid is, and so he was like, can you please pack one so that I can give to him? And I said, okay, that's fine, only for him. So I packed him one. And so what I am making here, we are doing some mini croissant sandwiches. These were a big hit for them. I generally buy big croissants, but I was like, you know what, let's do mini ones because it's gonna fit way better. I don't have to cut them. And also my daughter's not gonna eat a whole croissant sandwich. So I thought the mini croissants would be way better, and they definitely were. They enjoyed them so much. I did have to finagle the croissants for my son's lunch a little bit since he was eating 2 of them, but it all fit perfectly. And here we are coming to the end of this lunchbox video. I really hope this was helpful to you, and hopefully it gives you new school lunchbox ideas for your kids. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. I'm really hoping to get back into making these types of videos again, although you might see some repeat meals if that's okay with you guys. And again, head down to the description box below if you are interested in any other type of supplemental videos, including other lunchbox videos and the lunchbox treats videos. Definitely give that a go. And you guys, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, friends.